Welcome to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop, and it's time to go back to the theater. And I'm getting something here. I see you are about to venture into the review of a new horror film, and it could be terrifying or terrible. My review of the 2024 horror supernatural film, Tarot, coming up now. A group of friends gather to celebrate one of their birthdays at a rental house. While looking for beer, the gang finds a box of strange tarot cards, and one of them, Haley, reads all of their horoscopes and recklessly violates the sacred rule of tarot readings. The group unknowingly unleash an unspeakable evil trapped within the cursed cards. One by one, they come face to face with fate and end up in a race against death. So what did I think of Tarot? I thought it's a terrible supernatural horror film. It's based on a 1992 novel, Horoscope, by Nicholas Adams. The film is written and directed by Spencer Cohen and Anna Hallberg in their feature film directorial debut, although Cohen also wrote films such as Moonfall and Expendables 4. Well, that explains a lot. The film is a knockoff version of Final Destination, but one you'd see in the Walmart bargain bin with other ripoffs you've never heard of, like the Easter Bunny Massacre and The Curse of Humpty Dumpty. It's PG-13, so there's barely any blood or gore. It's just a chore and a bore. There's absolutely nothing scary here, and no tension or suspense to be found. I feel like the only people who might be scared are toddlers. Some of these evil beings, such as the magician, looked passable, while others looked like costumes from Spirit Halloween. I've seen better at some local haunted houses. It's also too dark during the finale, where it's tough to see what's going on, which is a horrible trend in recent mainstream horror. The film is predictable to the max as the characters get their readings and it tells you what will happen to them, and we see which ghoul will be coming after them. Because they think the audience can't remember what happened 20 minutes before and need things spelled out for them, we're reminded of the characters' reading when the time comes. The trailer also shows quite a few of the death scenes, so if you've seen that, you pretty much know exactly what's coming. I talk a lot about studio horror films taking notes out of the Horror Movie 101 textbook, but here it was like they took the book and turned it in as the screenplay, as almost every cliche and trope are on display, from creaks and squeaks, an old lady who's just a walking exposition dump, and whose two scenes get an entrance and a pause for audience applause like Jamie Lee Curtis or Neve Campbell just showed up, to laughable jump scares that certainly don't hit. I'll give a little credit for omitting an animal death and fake-out dream sequence, otherwise I would have thrown something at the screen. I laughed unintentionally at the ghastly material, possibly more than any movie in the last 5 years, but none of the actual comedy is actually funny, and is eye-roll inducing. The dialogue is awful and cheesy, and the characters make some of the worst choices I've ever seen in the genre, almost to the point of parody. Speaking of the characters, or lack thereof, they're all one-note generic brats that we don't care about. Their only traits are what reflects from their astrological signs, such as the character who's the Taurus being stubborn, for no reason other than the fact they're a Taurus. The cast stars Harriet Slater as Haley, the 20-something student who has an interest in astrology and tarot cards who reads the horoscopes, Jacob Batalon as Paxton, the mostly annoying comedy relief, Avantika, who I like, as Paige, another one of the doomed protagonists, and Aidan Bradley as Grant, Haley's ex she broke up with right before the party. Tarot is a ridiculously awful horror film that's a waste of time and gas, and I predict after this and Madam Web, Sony Pictures will draw the card of the Game Changer to haunt them. Number-wise, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10, which gives it the A-list rating of... Tarot, I only got 2 words for ya. Suck it. Alright, well that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/Westside515. Like the show on Facebook, Facebook.com/WestTroopAlist. And of course, you can follow me on the Instagram and Letterboxd at WestAlist. Until next time, Troop out.